there should be no like quiets or no. This should be nades and people dying left and right. Let's see how Manitoba's gonna do this with one already on the point, and you got Paris already here. Two guys contesting it, so someone's got to make that push and get him off of it to start getting those points going. And Manitoba's getting 2 down already, 3 down for the side of Paris. So let's see what they can do if they can hold this and get that lead going.
Yeah, some crazy little splits on that opening break, but Manitoba gonna find themselves some time here. A little bit of a 5-point lead, just trying to build some time here. And a map like this is probably one of my favorite maps. Probably the favorite map. I mean, it's basically raid with the right side cut off. So, getting right into it. Manitoba with a good hold. Looking like that last 10 seconds might go the way towards Manitoba, but Logie trying to shut that down, and he does. Last 4 seconds, a little bit of consolation points, not even going to worry about it. Manitoba with a big 30 seconds on that P1. Over on P2, though, Paris is here. They are set up for it. Manitoba is spawning out. Paris, you gave up 30 seconds on that P1, so trying to bounce back with his P2 with a good setup with one player over towards this middle area. He shuts one down, but KP will eventually trade him out. Vert trying to work his way in towards his backside, knows these players are spawning back here, can't quite find a kill, wall jumps his way into some gunfire. He gets cut down. Manitoba, that initial push a little bit shaky, but you got some players over here towards this front, finally shutting some players down, and the contest is coming in.
And a great place. I mean, they made a mistake pushing all left, but going head on worked out. I mean, there's only one left for the side of Manitoba. If he could stay alive, that would have been a great play from Kane, but he didn't. He didn't manage to stay alive and play around and keep them off that point for the last 10 seconds. But it's all good. We're going to the third hard point, and Manitoba's already set up. They're already there. You got one guy mid, so you're set up. Hopefully, you can hold this and get and tie up the score. You want to get back into this. They're probably going to push from where you guys just spawned. So let's see how Manitoba is going to react to the Paris pushing.
Yeah, a hold coming in, not going to work the way that they want it to. 3 players will fall. Manitoba instantly getting broken down. Paris, they break them down. They started with a little bit of a early 30-second deficit, but they push back up by almost 20 points now. Bonge over here towards this middle area. He shuts down 2. Looking nicey with the slides. Kane over here towards this time, just trying to wait for some of his teammates to come and help him. Vert finds 2. He will eventually get shut down. Kane gets the trade as this last 12 seconds. Looking like it's going to go the way towards Manitoba. Going to be about a 10-point split between the teams banging out over towards this next. Logie wins that. AT, though, trying to get those spawns. He will not. So, a battle for the spawns over here towards this backside. But, you don't want to trap yourself back here like we've seen some teams do. So, Giants, he's over here. He cuts one down. So, those spawns still going to be secured for the side of Paris. But, a little bit, some splits. 8 will spawn out. So Paris, they do have those spawns. They do have the time. Building about a 30-point lead.
Yeah, and Manitoba did really good breaking this point. And with 30 seconds left, hopefully they can hold this and get back into this game and tie it up. And by the looks of it, they're doing really good. They don't have anyone pushed up on that hard point. No one was in the office like some teams usually play it, but it's okay. They were able to recover, and they're going to hold off, collect the remaining 10 seconds. See what Kane can do up here. He's already picked up 2. He can hopefully get this third guy right here. Oh, the timing, that COD timing. But it's okay. Teammates right here, hopefully. Yes, he gets a trade, but he gets traded out shortly after. Let's see what Paris can do as this new set of rotation starts.
Yeah, they're going to start with a little bit of this time, getting a little bit mixy on this second P1. Some trades rolling in the feed towards the side of Manitoba. Vert over here towards the backside. He will shut 2 down with the laser beam. That is the Dravik, a glorified. It is a SMG that wants to be, or an AR that wants to be an SMG, but that's a topic for another time. Manitoba, they're on the hill with about 30 seconds remaining, just building themselves a little bit back into this game with a little bit of a 10-point lead going in this second P1. AT on the hill. He cuts one down. Logie shuts down Kane. So you're not finding quite the kills that you need for Paris. You're getting shut down. You're not on these rotations towards this P2. So Manitoba, they're setting themselves up in a position to get a, chain these hills together. What team can chain these hills together and, build a solid lead? 30-point lead for Manitoba. Kane pushed up a little bit too far for my liking, but maybe that's the play call they wanted to go with is KP. He shuts 2 down. Vert over here towards this front side knows these players are going to be pushing from here. Logie finds 1. He immediately gets traded out. The teamwork working to perfection for Manitoba. Bonge finds 1, gets traded as well, and Manitoba is holding this to perfection, ladies and gentlemen.
And like you said, I mean, Manitoba were holding it until that very last second. They had no one in that room right there to the right of the point, and it really cost them the remaining 30 seconds. I mean, if they had someone in there from the off spawn from one of their teammates, I think they would have had the whole 60 seconds. It's okay. Hopefully, they can contest it and make sure that they don't get any more time. And they do. They get them off of it. Now they can collect the last 10 seconds and start rotating for new. They already know Paris is going to be here. Probably set up already. And Manitoba is going to push through the middle of the map. But 2 go down. AT gets 1. He knows there's 2 on this point. Gets another one. Can he get this 3rd guy? Yes, he does. That's 3 down for the side of Paris. So you already got news. You already got the hill, and you're going to get set up. So let's see what Manitoba could do in extending this lead to 180 now.
Yeah, starting to build quite the solid lead, up by over 60 points. They're on this hill again. Getting a little bit mixy though, but Manitoba's still finding their way to crawl themselves onto this hill. Paris, they gambled on those early rotations towards that P3 and it didn't work out for him. 8 over here, he's towards the backside. Looking like he's going to come on the flank, but KP says no flank needed. I'll get him myself. Wipes his hands clean, shutting them down. AT make it 20 and 11 on the map. I mean, you've got 3 players on the 3 streak or higher for Manitoba. 40 more seconds for the victory. The last 13 seconds also, well, never mind. Bonji shuts him down with a nice little spicy headshot. That Dravik is just insane. So over towards this next rotation, though, a little bit of a battle for it. And it's going to be won by Manitoba and KP at once again. Spawns on their side, hill time on their side, everything on their side. Nothing working for Paris. Trying to find what they can. You got to be virtually perfect. 30 seconds remaining is Manitoba. I mean, they're just absolutely chaining these hills together.
Yeah, they're doing phenomenal. They're actually every time Manitoba is on this point, Paris gets a good break, but then they shortly lose it. But it's this because Manitoba's just there with the trades, and they're just switching out if they're weak, and teammate picks up the kill. It's just great teamwork from the side of Manitoba. But Paris, it's just a fire force that they couldn't compete at. The pace that Manitoba was going at was way too fast for them.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a pacing difference, some kills difference, definitely in the slaying department, especially in that second set of rotations. They kept themselves up pretty well in that first set, but that second set rolled around. You saw KP starting to take over, AT as well starting to take over. Just double kills here, triple kills there. In a map like this, it's similar to Raid, a classic 3-lane map. Getting it going, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Paris starting on the offensive side, looking like they're going to send all their players towards this A site full force. Vert, though, he finds an opening kill onto Bonge. Giants, though, he's going to work his way around. The guy on the rock will get shut down, so a little bit of a trade battle coming in. Giants eventually gets caught out and stuck. So man advantage Manitoba, back up. Cut your losses if you're Paris. Try and find what to do next.
Yeah, and then you got logic. He read that. He knew someone's going to push her back, so he backed up. But then KP just going straight at it once you get that kill. And Kane, I wish you had that sniper in the beginning, man. But hopefully he gets a kill with that next round. But yeah, they went for A, and it just didn't work out. They got pinched really easy from the side of Manitoba.
Yeah, definitely. And we love call it. It is not an Activision game without some stupid glitch. I'm not sure what the camera guy's doing over here. Getting a little bit of cinematic shot of Raid here. You gotta wait the next 22 seconds. Wow, look at this. Look at this absolute cinema. I feel like I'm on a National Geographic documentary. The Raid Hardpoint. Or the Raid Search and Destroy. Very classic map. Look at the wild Kane running through the middle of the map. Absolutely beautiful. Great
nice
round number 1. Little bit of intermission before that map number 2. Well, that was a good defensive round out of Manitoba. Paris not quite, sent all 4 of their players towards that B point or towards that A point, sorry. And I mean, you lost 2 players. The man advantage wasn't on your side. Cut your losses, back yourselves up. You found an opening kill, but eventually couldn't get it. Now Manitoba on the offensive side, sending the bomb player over towards mid, the rest of the players over towards this A site. Playing a little bit slower than Paris did, not going to quite push themselves out, but 6 gonna try and get through that side undetected, and I think he did so. Paris players forced to back up a little bit. 6 is over there in his spawn. Some players towards mid as well, exchanging some shots. So map positioning going the way of Manitoba as 6 is in their spawn, doesn't get spotted. He finds one. Another player will fall for the side of Manitoba, make it 2. What you thought was working for you didn't quite go your way. Make it a 1 versus 3 for Kane.
Yeah, and Kane's left in a 1v3. Let's see if he can do anything. He got the guy on stairs somewhat weak, but he needs to get out of there. Make some good plays. He can still win this. See what he can do. He knows one guy's in the middle. He knows one guy's on bomb. See if he can get some kills and tie up 1v1. No, he gets caught.
Yeah, gets caught down 1v3. Not gonna work you away, and that is some good resilience I saw out of Paris. You lose that opening player on the blood. You've got 2 players for the side of Manitoba. I mean, they're in your cheeks in your spawn, and you've got basically all your guys cut out towards mid, and well, they ironed up. They laid down, they cut their losses, and they locked it in and found a good 2 kills to get that man advantage back to their side, and they get a nice defensive round of their own. So 1-1 here is Paris going to try and formulate a new attack on offense.
Now, I'm very interested how they're going to do this offense because they played really aggressive mid. So I wonder how they're going to counter that mid push. You got 2 right here. They're going to. If I was Manitoba, you want to get that first kill. You want to crush their dreams of trying to win this round if you're the Paris.
Yeah. Vert over here laying down towards mid, just trying to play for some information. Maybe does he catch the timing? He gets spotted out, and Giants shuts him down. The timing not working his way, the gunny not working either. And working the opposite of what you said, maybe a little bit of a caster jinx, but the first blood going the way towards Paris as Bonge. KP does find a kill blowing up the car, but Bonge, he finds a big 2-piece over towards that middle of the map. Another 1v3, not another 1v3, but a 1 versus 3 for KP. Bombed will go down on A. 42 seconds remaining. Nothing is impossible. Bonge, though, reads the play perfectly and shuts him down. Paris with a big offensive round bounce back.
Yeah, that was a big play from the side of Paris. I mean, once you got 2 of them down, they went straight for that bomb plant, and then they got one guy when they were going to the bomb. So you put it in a 1v3, and you guys secure your first offense round. So big plays from the side of Paris. Good for them. Finally on the board for offense win. So let's see if they can keep that going on a defense against Manitoba's offense round.
Yeah, you saw Paris in that last round. They slowed it down a little bit. Instead of that heavy A push, they sent players towards B, and then they backed up, didn't see anything, and went back towards A. So Manitoba, though, they're kind of adopting what Paris did in that first round, where sending all those players pushing fast towards that A point. AT, he will fall courtesy of Giants, but Giants will eventually, or very quickly, get shut down by KP. Vert, though, he's out for blood, ladies and gentlemen. Jumping, hopping, skipping around like the Easter Bunny. Trying to find what he can. Didn't find any kills. Recognize he has the bomb, so he's going to go back, and the bomb will get planted over here towards A. So Paris going to have to play a little bit of a retake as 2 of them will fall. Make it courtesy of Kane and KP. So now all down to Bonge. Another 1v3. Not a chance in the world. Shut down. Manitoba bounce back with an offensive round of their own. It's getting a little bit of a seesaw in here with these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that Manitoba was able to capitalize on some of their mistakes and put it into a 1v3. So, I mean, these teams are capitalizing on each other's mistakes. Someone's going to have to pull away and get some wins. If not, it's going to be back and forth until we get to round 11, maybe. We might see round 11. Who knows?
Yeah, that is something I wouldn't be mad at seeing. But Paris here on the offensive side, looking like they're going to do similar what they did in that last offensive round that they won. Send 3 players over here towards this B point, one towards mid, a little bit towards that little that window area towards A. So playing for a little bit of information, some shots being exchanged, and information also being exchanged. AT kind of cut out here, no teammate help. Maybe going to play into how he plays this, as he's got little to no reinforcements towards that B point. But Manitoba, they're holding their line firm as Bert works his way towards the spawn, recognizes his positioning with his teammates, knowing there's 3 over towards B. So first blood towards the side of Manitoba, but Paris, they rotate over towards this A point. They can't really find anything. You're stuck back here in your spawn, a little, anxious about that push towards the backside. KP comes over towards the front, finds the kill on the Giants, gets out with his life. He's a parasite in their spawn. Kane finds one, all down left to Sonar. He will get shut down.
Yeah, you gotta love it from the
Manitoba.
side. Because you got Kane that pushed up, we got that 2 kills, Vent picking up 1, and then, if they were to push that bomb site, Vent was just in a good spot to get them. They're making good plays from the side of Manitoba. If they keep doing that and putting themselves in good positions, they might be hard to, take some rounds off of them.
Yeah, definitely some good plays out of Manitoba. Paris played that offensive round similar to how they did that first one, or that second one that they won, and Manitoba recognized that. They capitalized on their mistakes that they made in that first one, so they fixed those mistakes. They realized what they did in the push and ended up just securing that round. Manitoba on offense now. Gonna send all 4 players towards B. Logi, I'm not sure what he did. He fell off the map, maybe died to an 8. I'm not. Yeah, he fell off the map over towards that A side. So Sonar, though, he picks up a kill, evens it up at a 3 versus 3. Some trades rolling in. Bonds will fall. Giants shuts down Kane. So 1 versus 2. KP, he's got the bomb in hand, looking like he's gonna try and plant it. Did he get spotted out while planting the bomb? No. Oh, yes, he did. That was a little weird, but he did spot him planting the bomb. He went for it rather quickly, and well, it's evened up at 3-3.
Yeah, the timing. As soon as he went down to plant, he had Sonar turn that corner and spot him. The timing was not on his side, but it's all good. It's 3-3. You're not down a point or anything. It's just tied up. So if you're Manitoba and Paris, one of you guys are still in it to win it. So let's see what Manitoba could do on their offense round. If I was them, I'd go for. Oh, my bad. Correction. They're on their defense. If I was Manitoba, I'd just set up for A because I feel like they're not going to go for B. B's going to be the toughest one to go for a plant.
Yeah, they've been faking it over towards B almost every offensive round that they have, but Bonge is over here towards his money side. Doesn't get the kill, doesn't spot Kane. So he'll get shut down. All the map positioning, all the advantage for Paris. AP finds a kill on the Giants as well, into a 2 versus 4 for Paris. He still got the bomb, though, so they're going to hit this rotation over towards A. It's rinse and repeat from what they've been doing. Logi, he finds a little bit of information. You've got, that player's over there towards that rock side. Now you know one is towards mid. That is some crucial information. Trying to see how you can approach this. I'm not sure why he peeked that, but he gets away with his life. A bless from Jesus. But, if you're Paris, you got to do something. You got to work your way out of this spawn. These Manitoba players are going to collapse on you quickly. 27 seconds remaining. Sonar, he does find one. His teammate will fall in the process, so last one standing. No health really remaining. 19 seconds. No bomb in hand, so, you need a miracle. You need something to win this round. He finds the kill on Divert into a 1 versus 2, but the bomb has 10 seconds remaining. If you're Manitoba, just run away. That is exactly what they're going to do. Sonar finds a little bit of a consolation kill. That might help him for his sixth spree that he's on. So, Manitoba, locking down the defense. You get that man advantage pretty early, and you don't falter, you don't bend, you don't break, and, well, they take that round advantage.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been dicey if Paris had a little bit more time. I think that would have been a crazy 1v1 right there to see. But at least the time was on Manitoba. So now they're up by 1. Let's see what they can do on their offense round. You gotta be You don't want to get overextended, or you don't want to get caught out and open. So you want to play slow and get that first kill, and then go for the one of the bomb sites with the man advantage that you will have. You got AT. You know, two over here by Laundry. Can you get one? No, gets
Oh,
killed. So now it's a 2v4. Let's see what Vert and Kane can do. Kane gets one. You know, you guys have the bomb. You gotta slowly go for one. You got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see what you get. Giant picks. He gets into on one, gets traded. Let's see what if Kane can get this kill. No, Kane gets a kill and Vert goes down. Now it's a 1v1. Let's see what Kane can do in this 1v1. He gets him. He
oh,
sees him. Can he get the kill? Can he get it? He
oh!
weak. He's going
Some
back off.
shots getting
That is a good
exchanged.
play by Kane to back off. Get that health back. You got 20 seconds. Logic is
Yeah.
going to back off too. He's just going to play for a smart move. Kane has to get bomb planted right now.
Oh,
If I was Kane, I
yeah.
would go for bedroom. Have a good line of sight on it. Oh,
Oh, he didn't get the
oh
plant
no! I
down.
don't think he does it. He doesn't
He's
have the
still gonna have
plant.
time.
Yes, he does. He got it. Okay, let's see what Kane. Oh, Kane almost got ripped right there. You gotta play smart. He probably heard you jump in the water. Did you get him? Kane gets him.
Oh,
Oh my God, Kane with a big clutch for the side of Manitoba.
and that is a 2 versus 4. Kane and I think it was AT. They were stuck in that middle kitchen area in a 2 versus 4, and they find their way out. They find the 2 versus 4 with the bomb getting planted on B, and wow, they take. I mean, that is big, especially to take that 2-round advantage in a game that's been so back and forth. So Manitoba now on match point. Paris, your offensive rounds have not been the highlight of your map so far, so it's gonna have to be perfect though. Cannot falter another round to Manitoba. Here we go. Looking like they're gonna go towards A again, similar how they started this game on offense. Is Bonge is gonna find the opening kill on Divert. That is huge. Now you have the man advantage. You've got the map positioning over towards A now. What is Manitoba gonna do? Kane over towards this right side and try and work his way through. He gets through unspotted, finds one, goes over towards the window, finds another. Eventually gets shut down into a 1 versus 2 for AT. Shuts down Logi. Bond versus AT for the map for the round, and he gets him. Another clutch. My lordy lord, ladies and gentlemen. Manitoba icing it up to get the map to go up 2-0 in the series.
I would just say,
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Map number 3, Manitoba Mallards, the Paris Letdowns. Going straight into this overload on Scar. Paris, they're starting with this thing. They're trying to bounce back. They're down 2-0. It's do or die for them, ladies and gentlemen. Giants with the bomb. He's trying to work his way over. Kane and Vert, though, they'll pair up for a couple of kills. So now, if you're Paris, you just kind of back up a little bit. Maintain control of this bomb. Maintain some map control as well. Just try and wait for your teammates to spawn back up. Vert finds a kill onto Sonar. Borge and Alex, though, they pair up for 3. Make it 4. Alex with the trifecta. The B site is open, and the first score of the game comes through, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly the start you wanted if you're Paris.
they're doing really good on the side of Paris. They're staying in their spawn, keeping them away from B, where they could keep running that bomb to. But by the looks of it, I think the bomb was on the right hand side there, so they're pushing it that way. But 3 go down for the side of Paris, so Manitoba has a chance to tie up the score 1-1. Let's see how they're going to do this. Got go one down on both sides of this team. Kane gets a kill, and Vent too, and tied it 1-1. So let's see what Alex could do. You know he has one more to his left. See if he can get this guy to spawn. Or he's gonna wait for him to chow. No, he's gonna back off. Okay, so now yes, Manitoba has bomb. Let's see if they can run it and get another point on the board for the side of Manitoba.
Yeah, that was a great counter push out of Manitoba there. You go down 1-0 early, kind of bounce back a little bit. Active camo gonna be coming in. Alex with the bomb, popping. Well, did he pop active camo? Is that even allowed? I have no idea. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but he will eventually fall with the bomb in his hand. KP getting a couple two-piece, a good little two-piece there as they're gonna leave that L area. He's gonna work his way with the bomb over towards his middle area. Gonna try and rotate towards the side. Finishes the kill that Vert couldn't quite get. So, you know, the positioning not quite your way. Paris recognized this early that they were going to push over towards this A side. So here we go. Oh, Giants with a hop, skip, and a jump in a double kill. He finds two. KP will shut down Baj as, you know, no momentum will be gained for Manitoba. Not quite the threatening push that you thought it was going to be, but you know, bomb eventually will go down. So a little bit of a standoff here towards this right side of the map.
Yeah, and Paris is doing really good getting those kills and trying to push up the bomb little by little. I mean, let's see if they can do it. Only you got the time. You know, if your teammate right here can pick up this kill, which he does, they should be able to get this in. And two go down for the side of Manitoba. So let's see if Sonar could get this in and get a point on the board. And no, he gets killed by KP. Let's see if Giant can get it in. He does. So now it's 2-1 for Paris. And Manitoba are setting up for the bomb. Let's see what Sonar can do. Get some kills. Hopefully keep them off this bomb. And try and wait for his team to get up and go for another push.
Yeah, those offensive pushes for Paris have been near flawless working towards that A side. So great teamwork there on those pushes. You know, it's all about map positioning. As much as it's about kills in this game mode, it is also about map positioning. Giants takes out a teammate. Two more will fall as well. Make it all four dead in the feed. Bomb going to be picked up here by 5 in Vert, working their way over towards this point. KP trying to push them out, and he does. Finds the kill. Vert with a nasty pistol kill. He gets shut down. Some trades rolling in. Baj, you just got slammed, buddy. Here we go. Bomb going to spawn over here towards this right side. So Manitoba going to pick it up once again. Tied at 2-2. Back and forth. I wanted to see a high-scoring one, but you know, a little bit more high-scoring than the last one, but oh my goodness, Kane with the pistol just absolutely dumpstering kids. So gonna score once again.
Oh.
Manitoba with a flurry of points there, getting two back-to-back in less than a minute. I say I wanted high scoring. I said it was low, and well, here we go. The scoring coming with quick succession. So 17 seconds remaining. If you're Paris, you still have time for another push here. Bomb gonna spawn over here towards this motel side. So you like when you push over towards this side. It's worked a couple times, but 7 seconds remaining. You want one of your guys to pick this up, get that little overtime time added to your time. So 30 seconds. Can't drop the bomb, Manitoba. They're just gonna, they're just sit there with their faces in the dirt. They know you're gonna push from this side with only 20 seconds remaining. I mean, last one standing near the bomb, he'll get cut down. No push, really that threatening there. So heading to halftime with Manitoba up 3-2.
Yeah, and if you didn't see it, when they were pushing up for that third point, one of the guys from Paris were not paying attention. They were watching the right-hand side, and he didn't realize that the bomb was pushing right next to him. So some bad timing and some bad communication probably, but it's okay. You're only down by 1 going into this second half. So if you're Paris, you're fine. You can still tie it up, and you don't just that what happened in that first half. Put it behind you. You gotta focus on this. And Sonar, he's gotta pick it up too. He's 5-15. We haven't seen him go this bad in a respawn game. So let's see if he can turn around this second half.
Yeah, looking for a bounce back, but you know the type of player he is more than capable of bouncing back and being the difference maker. Some trades coming in the feed though. Not anything too dramatic happening at the start of the second half. Bomb over towards that middle area. Team's just trying to fight for some positioning. Try and fight for some plays here as Vert with a big kill onto Sonar there. He finds, some more trades rolling in the feed. So, no team able to find too much positioning. You've got a couple Manitoba players pushed up, but no reinforcements working towards your way either. So, 2 players for Paris up top trying to just play for some more information, but that B side. You've got only 1 player make it, 2 now with the spawn up of Sonar over towards that B side. So Manitoba gonna try and work this up towards mid, trying to go towards this A side, which is or B side, sorry, which is the preferred side, but no luck to be found. Both teams kind of at a stalemate here as Sonar with a big 2-piece to drop that bomb over towards mid.
Yeah, in Manitoba, they were really trying to push it through Motel, but they're just Paris was set up and ready for them, and that whole plan of pushing it was just foiled. So let's see what Paris can do. I mean, three of them go down, so Manitoba might have a chance to get a point on the board. Let's see. Kane's right there, Vent's
Yep.
right here. There we go. Now they're up by 2. Giant gets a double kill. Alex gets another one, so 3 down for Manitoba. So let's see what. And if Alex can get this one, that's a big kill. Keeping KP out of your spawn. That would have been devastating if you stayed alive.
Yeah, you've got 3 players over towards this bomb that spawned up on this left side, trying to come with a little bit of a counter attack. Bonge, he finds 2. The counter attack, can he get it in? No, he can't. He gets shut down. His teammate trying to score for him as well, but no. He slid onto the time pass. The bomb couldn't quite score it. Oh my goodness, that was a... man, you had it in your grasp if you're Paris. You're still down by 2 now. You still got 3 minutes though, so not quite over yet. I mean, if you're Manitoba, you'll take that. You'll come out with the win. You'll keep the bomb in your hand, away from your sights a little bit, and woof. That was a sweater there. 3 players will fall in the feed. Make it all 4 for Paris. They're all going to be spawning over towards that A side. AT knows that. He's just going to run it. He will score. The lead now increased to 3, 5-2. Paris eventually will shut them down. Last player alive will be Kane. Sorry, he will eventually get traded or killed by Bonge. So if you're Paris, you got to be virtually perfect. You got about a little over 2 minutes to work with. Bomb again over towards this motel side. So Paris, I mean, you got to find something. It's map number 3. You're down 0-2. So looking to a little counter push over here towards B with all those players from Manitoba. Spawning up towards that A area. He's going to score, and he will. That is big. You scored quickly, you scored fast, and now the lead's only 2.
No, and like you said, Paris has to really go on this big offense if they want to get back into this game. And Manitoba, they've just been capitalizing on whenever they get a 3-man or 2-man down, they go straight for getting that bomb to that A or B target. So let's see if Manitoba can keep it going, or the momentum might shift. Who knows? Paris is here with the bomb still. They got a minute and 20 to get a few more bombs to tie the game. Sonar picking up a kill, gets traded out. That's 2 down for both. Let's see what Alex can do. You got the bomb over by your spawn. Teammate picks him up, stops him from getting that point. So that's great plays for the side Paris.
Yeah, a little bit of a shaky push, but you got to grab the bomb right now. If you're Paris, you got to try and get some forward momentum, even if you don't have the positioning that you want. Talk about KP shutting down that last push on that flank towards this little middle cut area towards that right side. Just, I mean, he saved them that point, cutting down 2 players on that flank. But Paris, you're over here towards this open area, towards this plain side. You got to try and find something. Bomb carrier will be cut down. Make it 2, make it 3 players. 1 more will be standing. AT will shut him down. 30 seconds remaining. Up by 2 points. Manitoba just got to play defense. Defense wins championships. Here we go. 3 more players will fall in the feed. Looking like this one will not go their way. Another score will come in. 6-3 now. 12 seconds remaining. That will be it. No amount of praying to the Lord will save you in this one. 3 seconds left in Manitoba. Securing the map, securing the series within 3-0 convincing fashion. If I ordered DoorDash on Taco Bell, it would not be here.
And I would give it to Paris. They did pretty good, but it's just the way that Manitoba was playing and how fast they capitalized on those kills they got. It was crazy. And then the clutches as well. When Paris had the bomb and